kids podcast.
You can go slow.
A kids podcast about.
Are you between the ages of 10 and 15? There's something brand new from a kids company about that I can't wait to share. Introducing A Kids Class About, a streaming platform designed for you. Focused on careers, life skills, and big ideas to spark your future. Visit akidscode.com for more information.
Welcome to the Activators, a kids podcast about activism. I'm your host, Leo Bela Perry. On this podcast, we want to celebrate and amplify kids who are activating social change by doing what they love to spread more love. Social change means providing opportunities for people and communities to recognize what's wrong and do something about it for the betterment of humanity. And on today's show, we're talking to Sila Grace Hoffman, co-host of She Sounds Like Me podcast. It's a great show. It's a lot of fun getting to talk to another podcaster. But first, how are you feeling today? On a scale 1 to 5, 1 being things are rough, and 5 being off the charts amazing. I'd say I'm a 3. No matter how you're feeling, it's all okay. I'm glad you're here with me today. And doing a self-check can help you understand and how ready you are to learn new things or meet new people. For now, you can sit back, relax, and just get ready to be inspired. Today's guest is Sila Grace Hoffman, an 8-year-old co-host of the She Sounds Like Me podcast. According to the website, She Sounds Like Me is the first unscripted mama-daughter podcast of its kind with a kid co-host. While you listen, think about what it might look or sound like for you to use your voice in a space where people all over the world can tune in. I can't wait for you to meet her. Here's my interview with Sila Grace Hoffman. Hi, Sila. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I am great. Okay, can you tell us your name and your age?
Yes. I am Sila Hoffman, and I am 8 years old.
So cool. Okay, so how are you feeling out of a 1 to 5? 1 being, I don't want to be here. 5 being, I feel amazing.
I feel 5.
That's great. I know that you have a podcast that you started with your mom. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yep, it is called She Sounds Like Me, and me and my mom talk about important, I guess you could say, things that happen in real life today, like racism, bullying, emotions, and ways to give back to the community.
So, can you tell us what all those things mean?
Yes. So, racism, as some people might know, is bullying people that are black or brown or different colors or different genders and that are different.
Yeah, that is a great definition. Great. What's one of your favorite hobbies?
One of my favorite hobbies is dancing, like you, Leo.
Oh, okay. That's new. No one's ever said that.
I love to do contemporary, hip-hop, but most of all, jazz.
Yep. That's exactly what I do. I literally do everything. Like, I've done ballet, I've done contemporary, I've done technique. Like, I can name everything.
Me too.
Like, I've done tap, I've done jazz, I've done Bollywood. Like,
yeah.
Literally, I haven't not done a single thing.
Yeah. The only thing I haven't really done is competition.
Yeah, I never really did competition.
Like the real acrobats.
No, never did that.
I'm honestly scared too.
Yep, me too. Sila and her mom started She Sounds Like Me in September of 2020. Over a year ago. That's a lot of episodes.
So, one of my favorite episodes that we have done on She Sounds Like Me was the friendship episode that I luckily got to do with my friend Elena.
Yeah, actually, this morning I listened to that exact episode.
What a coincidence! Elena had a sleepover with me that exact day we were doing the podcast episode. So she said, "Hey, could I join a podcast of yours?" And we were like, yeah, we were about to record a podcast about friends. And since you're Sila's friend, you can join us. So, yeah, it's fun.
Very, very, very cool. How do you consider yourself an activator?
I would consider myself an activator because I use my voice for good on the podcast, like we've been talking about, and it helps other people that feel maybe alone or they need somebody else to say, oh, they're going through the same thing as me. So I have a friend. I'm not just doing this by myself.
How does it feel to have a friend who supports you?
It honestly feels like you have someone that is like by your side and won't give up and is always there for you. It feels very comforting to know that you have someone that supports you. If you're doing something that maybe nobody else likes or people may think you're weird by doing that, it feels very comforting and very enjoyable and loving, I'd say, to have someone that supports you like that.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Sila talks about what it was like when her friends and classmates learned she was a podcaster.
Hi, my name is Jonah, and I want to tell you about A Kids Class About, an all-new streaming platform for kids and teens. I took the class on Discovering Your Passion with teacher Kevin Carroll, and it was amazing and inspiring. I can't wait to check out more classes. There are even classes focused on careers, classes on life skills, and classes on big ideas. And if you're a kid or a teen, I think you're going to love them. Visit akidsco.com and sign up for a free 14-day trial.
Hi, I'm Nikita Simpson.
And I'm Dr. Lockhart.
I wrote a kids book called A Kids Book About Emotions.
And I help kids and grown-ups work through their emotions.
This is Everyday Feels, a podcast about emotions for kids and their grown-ups. I think it's so great when you have a person that you trust in your life, that you feel open and able to share everything that's going on inside of you.
I agree, Nikita, because I think it takes so much confidence and bravery in sharing our stories and being vulnerable, because we're trying to normalize talking about feelings and emotions. That means that we all have them, and it's okay to talk about them because we all feel them.
And you're always allowed to feel what you feel.
Let's continue this journey together.
This is Everyday Feels, a podcast about emotions for kids and their grown-ups.
Welcome to the Activators! In my conversation with She Sounds Like Me co-host and podcaster, Sila Grace Hoffman. She's 8 years old. She's made over 25 podcast episodes with her mom, and she's using her voice for change.
I haven't really met anybody else that does like another podcast, or they've even been a special guest on one. Most of my friends, and by most I mean like all of my friends, know that I do this podcast, but they don't really know what it means to be doing a podcast. It's interesting because you expect, since you know about how to do a podcast, that everybody else knows. So then you don't stop to think, how do I explain this to someone? And then when you do find someone that doesn't know how to do a podcast, it's kind of awkward, so you don't know how to explain it quite yet.
My best friend has asked me many times what I'm... he's asked... I call him every day, and he asks me what's happening. And I'm like, I've been recording a podcast for the past 5 days. And he's like, what type of podcast? Because, he listens to, other podcasts, but, not kid-grown.
That makes sense. It's kind of what's going on here, too.
I have to, kind of tell him what's the difference between a podcast, which is boring, kind of, and then a kid's podcast. You're like, yeah, kid's podcast. They're actually going to talk about something fun.
Yeah, stuff we do in our regular basis that we can relate to. Whereas grown-up podcasts are more like blah, blah,
news,
blah.
News.
News.
What do you love doing? And what's a issue that really means a lot to you?
So what I would say is my big thing is what I'm really working towards is to have a world that nobody is bullied because of how they look or what they do. There's no bullying, and nobody has to feel like they can't show their true selves because of how they look or how they act or something like that. I really am, yeah.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so for every activator out there, or if you're just getting started, I want you to do your favorite superhero pose. And when I count to 3, we are all gonna do our superhero pose and say activators. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, activators! Alright, thank you so much, Sila.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
It was great having you.
It was great being here.
It was so great to chat with Sila. I learned so much from her. Here are some things I learned and lessons we can take with us as we make the world a better place. Number 1, Sila is 8 years old, and she made this podcast so that other kids know they're not alone. She's using her voice to activate social change. I think that's pretty cool. Number 2, so what's a podcast? That's a great point. The official definition of a podcast is, according to the internet, a series of spoken word audio episodes all focused on a particular topic or theme. You can subscribe to the show, which means you get a heads up when a new episode is released, with an app on your phone, or a computer or an iPad, whatever you use. And you can listen to it on your headphones, in the car, or through speakers. Number 3, friendships are super important. I love having my friends because I can do things with them. Tell them things that I might be nervous to tell other people. And just be myself with. I love having a buddy. Someone who has my back. Now I get to do the same thing for them. That's what friendship's about. I love my best friend. Thank you to Sila Grace Hoffman for joining us today. You can find more about She Sounds Like Me and listen to new episodes by visiting www.shesoundslikeme.com. The Activators was written by me, Leo Bela Perry, with a little help from my mom. Our show is edited and produced by Matthew Winter and help from Chad Michael Snavely and the team from Sound On Studios. Our executive producer is Jelani Memory, and this show was brought to you by A Kids Podcast About. You can write to us at listen@akidspodcastabout.com. And check out our other podcast made for kids just like you by visiting akidsco.com. See you again next week for another episode of The Activators!
Hi, this is Matthew, and I'm head of podcasts at a kids company About. We hope you enjoyed this show, and we'd love for you to check out our growing library of shows at a kids podcast About. Whether you're looking for storytelling with crafts and activities, fact-finding with experts and enthusiasts, or looking to explore and understand your world better, we have got a podcast for you. Check out the A Kids Podcast About channel on Apple Podcasts or wherever podcasts are found, or visit akidsco.com.